Coming at you, Hank. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's okay. We'll get Cajun's help. He's on it. He's on the job. And give. I love what I do, and I really believe we're making a difference. And the feedback we get from the co-workers that we work with, the patients, their families is amazing. So even when you go in and pick up those kibble pieces, that's working on those fine motor skills. It's pretty powerful to be part of. You know, the dogs will just make somebody motivated to work harder. They have fun. Heavens forbid they're having fun while they're meeting therapeutic goals. So excellent voice projection. Do you see how he's responding? Well, my name's Lisa Markin, and I've been a registered nurse for 26 years. I have 2 dogs right now that I work with. Well, actually, I guess one. My first dog, Rowan, just retired after working with me for over 8 years. So I founded Inspire Animal Assisted Therapy at the end of 2007. That's the most amazing young golden retriever, 4 years old, was placed with me, a certified service dog with 55 commands, a brilliant dog, the funniest personality, just so charming. I started working with a gentleman in the large hospital, Hank, and he's a lovely elderly gentleman who lived at home very independently with his wife, suddenly struck one day by a stroke. He was hospitalized for a very long time with limited return of function on that affected side. It affected his hand and his leg. And Hank came to the rehab hospital where I started working with him on Tuesdays in the Animal Assisted Therapy program. Very lovely gentleman, sweet soul. And he would get emotional very quickly in the sense that he would tear up when he saw the dog. And it became very obvious very quickly that he loves working with animals. And so we would work with Hank for every Tuesday morning for about a half hour, 35 minutes. It's pretty intensive, full-on therapy when we work with the clients. One of his goals, he told the staff that worked there, was he wanted to walk Rowan in the hallways. And so on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, when we're not there, he was practicing because next Tuesday when we come back, he wanted to show Rowan that he's going to walk, and he did.
She walks with you. She just looks up, and the way she looks at you, makes you walk better. Yeah.
One of the things I find when I'm working with Hank or any of our clients is how they seek out and touch the dog while they're working with him. And touch is really important for us humans. We feel our way through the world, and it really doesn't change as we grow older. What does change though, and from my experience as a nurse working in hospitals and such, is that touch becomes a little taboo. It's reserved to the extreme, but the dogs bring something different where it's safe touch, it's okay touch, and boy do people seek it out. And and it might be just the stroke of the head on the dog, and the touching of the fur and the leaning into the dog. It's amazing how many people will just take their head and bury their head into the dog's fur. And I know that as a pet owner that we know that's such a rewarding experience for us. For people who live in a clinical setting, in a residential care or in a hospital, that becomes even more important because it's so valued and yet so limited. So you can shorten your fishing line by twisting that rod, right? It gives them a reason to work harder at that therapy goal. That's a fancy movement for your hand to do. And then at the end of the day, they'll come back and say, my right shoulder hurts a lot less. I'm finding I can do more with it. And, that's pretty powerful for me to be hearing those reports from our patients and their families. Yay, good job.